Start winning at the races with Daily Racing Form's new mobile pass performances, featuring exclusive buyer speed figures and expert analysis and selections. Go to DRF.com/best and get the power of DRF in the palm of your hand. Hi, everybody. Dan Illman, Mike Beer, the DRF race of the day for Thursday, September the 3rd, race number 6 at Saratoga. It is the $100,000 New York Stallion Series. We're going 6.5 furlongs for 3-year-old filly New York breds. Before we get to the analysis, head on over to the DRF Saratoga handicapping shop, where you'll find past performances, picks, clock reports, betting strategies, and all the must-have tools to win big at Saratoga. Head on over to DRF.com/spa. Here's the field for the New York Stallion. You can download free formulator past performances for this race on the Race of the Day event page at DRF.com. Access them, handicap along with us. Officer Hutchie is the 9-5 favorite on David Aragona's morning line. Got a big fig and was claimed by Rob Actress.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, if she runs the race that she ran last time, then she'll probably win right back.
Let's take a look at the Timeform US pace projector. Officer Hutchie, the 7, draws outside with tactical speed. I can certainly see this trip. I agree 100% with the pace projector, unless the number 2, Nikki Scissors, decides to get aggressive with the addition of blinkers. Spin a Yarn, undefeated from 4 starts at Finger Lakes. She can get forward.
Yeah, she has speed from the start. She doesn't need the lead. She's a very handy horse, but she has enough speed to make the lead in this race, it looks like.
Let's talk about the 1, Homedale Park, Mike. She's run 3 times off the pandemic-inspired break, and she hasn't run really well in any one of those starts. She's going to have to improve turning back in distance. As you see on the pace projector, her Chicklet, the number 1's near the back of the pack. I think she's hoping for a real hot pace.
I mean, I guess she is. Well, we'll see what happens. This is they've already run her in 3 different stakes races, so I guess they like her a little bit, Dan, but she does not have the form to win this race.
Nikki Scissors, the number 2, was a very impressive maiden winner in her second lifetime start. It was at this distance. That being said, she was trained by the very controversial Jason Service at that point in time. She, I thought, underperformed in the Maddie May Stakes 2 starts back. Off the layoff, they ran her on turf. I thought that was an okay effort. I think she has some price potential with the addition of blinks.
I mean, we'll just see how much improvement she has in her, I guess. She is second off the layoff, going to turf to dirt. I mean, I think it's definitely worth taking a look at her maiden win, though, Dan, back in January. And just, I mean, look at the fractions of that race. 6.5 furlong race. They went almost 50 to half. She absolutely crawled on the lead. So it wasn't that surprising to see her blow that field out in the stretch.
Let's watch Spin a Yarn's win at Finger Lakes last time out. This jock's head is on a swivel. Spin a Yarn's not only 1-9, she's 1-20 in this race. And the jock's just looking around for any kind of competition, and there is none. Spin a Yarn could have gone around again, and she would have widened. She only got a 65 buyer for this race, but she's not asked for any run, and she earned an 83 fig 2 starts back. This barn has shipped into Saratoga in the past and scored with price horses. Spin a Yarn, don't worry about the fact she's been at Finger Lakes. She fits with these horses.
Yeah, I think she does too. I mean, obviously, when you look at the odds that she was in her last 3 starts, she just had those fields over a barrel, just way better than those horses. And it's not going to be that easy for her as she ships into Saratoga to face this field. On the other hand, she's got, more than one race that makes her really, really tough in here. She has speed. As you mentioned, her trainer is very underrated. There's just a lot to like about this filly.
Big Q was a stakes winner at 2 for Gary Gullo. 2 starts back in the Bowery off the layoff. She was kind of 4 wide, pressing the pace. She eventually made the lead. The big favorite Critical Value was too much for her in the lane. Last time out, she pushed a solid pace against some older horses and some tough ones at that. She's going to be up close this time to more reasonable fractions, and I think turning for home, she'll be in with a big shot.
I agree with that. I think she's going to be tough in this race, Dan. She was a good 2-year-old, a stakes winner with an 81 buyer in November. She's come back with, I think, in 2 pretty tough spots. I didn't think she ran poorly at all in the Bowery. That Critical Value is just too much for her. And last time, I mean, that was a really good field. That was a wicked pace that she was on. Anytime you see JC Shooting Star win a race, she came from last, and she did, and she closed that field down. This filly ran pretty well last time.
Let's watch Manny Petty's maiden win. It was only for a $25,000 tag. She's in the white cap, and from a trip standpoint, this hole opens up and she's able to split horses. Now, Manny Petty's under a full-out drive. It's not like Manny Petty is under hands and heels urging, but she wins with a 58 buyer, and James Bond is having a tremendous meet.
Yeah, I think that's the thing to at least consider about her, because based on her 2 races so far, she can't win this race, but it's just at least worth considering that, James Bond, who's, been sending out nothing but live horses up here, elects to run her in this spot. He gets Luis Saez to rise, and he's been on a real roll the last couple of weeks. So the connections, I guess, make her a little interesting.
Number 6, the important one, goes out for Steve Asmussen. This horse has won on dirt. She has won on turf. Let's go back to her most recent dirt start. 3 back, way back in March at Aqueduct, down on the rail, showed good pace that day, just gets tired at the end, finishes 3rd. Her last race on turf, I thought, was okay, Mike. She really just hasn't been able to show this kind of speed on the turf. I think she'll be more forward switching back to dirt.
It'll be interesting to see what kind of trip she gets. Her career debut, it didn't come back fast, and it was against Maiden 40s, but she actually ran pretty well there because she did not break well at all. Very awkward stumble at the start, but she still got forward. She had good speed that day. I don't know. Her 2 turf races are okay for Asmussen. The win 2 back, though, she really benefited from a wicked pace in front of her there, and she closed it down. I don't know what kind of trip she's going to get in here, Dan. I mean, I think she has some talent. I just didn't like her that much in this race.
Officer Hutchie, the 7, the break's kind of the thing for her because a lot of times she's a little bit slow out of the gate, and that really hurts her. No issues last time out. Let's watch Officer Hutchie. I'm not sure where this 89 buyer speed figure came from, but it was nice to see that she was able to do it in her first start over Saratoga dirt. It was a short field. She's able to put these horses away in the stretch. If she runs back to this fig, obviously she's going to be very tough. And if she breaks with the field, she can work out a nice outside trip.
Yeah, I mean, all those things are true. Obviously, if she runs another 89, she'll probably win. I'll take the position of making her do it again, Dan. I don't know where that race came from. It was not a very strong field. I'm surprised the race came back that fast. And it's not like, listen, her prior form for Linda Rice was not bad at all. I mean, she was in the money, and, basically all of her starts if she didn't win. And that she can sprint, she can get a good trip. All those things are fine. I just want to see her do it again, especially if she's going to be the favorite.
Let's take a look at our top picks for the New York Stallion Series, Thursday's race of the day. I want to see her do it again as well. I think she can do it again from the outside. I think this is a nice spot for her to sit a pace tracking trip. Spin a Yarn, the number 3, the most visually impressive horse in the race. She could be any kind from Finger Lakes.
Yeah, I'm trying to beat this favorite with the 3 or the 4. I don't know which one's going to be the shorter price. I think they're both very viable alternatives to the favorite, though.
Same super, different order. Mike's going 3-4-7-6. I'm going 7-4-3-6 in the $100,000 New York Stallion Series. It's your Thursday race of the day, and it has an approximate post time of 4:01 Eastern. Good luck.